Good morning, everyone. You are welcome back to ICT class. This morning, we are going to discuss the conclusion part of the topic that we have started before now, which is safety and security. On Monday, we discussed about the security of data. That is the first part of security of data. But today, we are going to look at the conclusion part of security of data. Now let's move to the next slide. As you can see on my screen, I have 3 objectives here. At the end of this lesson, students will be able to explain the concept of a firewall and why it is used. Number 2, students will be able to explain the issues related to security of data in the cloud. Number 3, students will be able to discuss the effectiveness of different methods of increasing security. So these are the 3 objectives expected to be achieved at the end of today's lesson. Now let's move to the next slide. Security of data. So, to protect your personal data from being obtained from unknown person, you need to be fully aware of phishing, pharming, and phishing scams, which we have discussed on Monday. There are always signs which should cast doubt to whether you should disclose your personal information or not. Also, the use of an updated spyware software will help improve security on your computer. Now, as you can see on my screen, you can see firewall in between the user's computer and internet. In between the what? The user's computer and internet. So you can see the firewall. So firewall is standing in between the user's computer. That is the one controlling what is coming out from the internet and what is going into the internet from the what? From the computers, from the user's computer. So firewall is a security word, is a security method or measure that is standing in between the user's computer and internet. So what is the major function of firewall? You can see by the right hand side on my screen why it is used. Number 1, firewall provides security to a computer or a network. It provides what? Security to a computer or network. So it's the one managing what is coming in or going out. Now, number 2 is located between the computer and internet connection. Number 3, firewalls will examine network traffic and block and alert users to potential risk. So it's the one that will block any risk about to come in. So you can also see it on the screen, password and user name. So this one is a method that can be used to to identify the details of a particular person. Password and method of authentication is to know whether you are the authentic owner of a particular account, or you are the authentic owner of your account. Password is a method that can be used to identify the authentication of the owner of a particular account. They are used frequently online when logging in onto users' account. If passwords are breached, then your account may be hacked. Details could be shared with other users of the internet. So it's very, very important to consider this particular method, password and user name. It's very, 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 very important. Now let's move to the next slide. Issues related to security of data. Issues related to security of data. Now, what are the issues related to security of data? Number one, data has been lost in the past during a routine. During a routine that is, loss of what? Loss of data is one of the issues related to security of data. Number two, celebrity data has been hacked and shared, including images. So this is another issue relating to celebrity data because of the the personal data being shared over social media. Number three, the security of the building where the servers are held and access right to employees could affect the security of data. So these are the three related issues to security of data. Now let's quickly move to security of forums. Security of forums. We have two types of security of forums. We have moderated forums and we have unmoderated forums. Moderated forums are more secure than unmoderated forums because the post being posted will be moderated. So moderated forums are more secure than unmoderated forums as posts are regularly checked for the admin. So inappropriate posts which could be offensive can be deleted. That is the area of moderated forums, because all the posts posted, they are regularly checked by the admin. So when the admin find out that the post being posted is offensive, then the admin will quickly delete that post. So you can now see the importance of moderated forums. Now on moderated forums, no measures are placed to moderate posts by users. So in the exam or as in external exam, you can be asked to differentiate between moderated forum and unmoderated forum. So moderated forum posts are regularly checked, but unmoderated, no measures are placed to moderate posts by the users. Now, what do you understand by digital certificate? What do you understand by digital certificate? Digital certificates are used to verify the identity of the sender, to verify the right owner of what? Of a particular post, to verify the identity of the sender. In an online business transaction, it also provides the opportunity for the receiver to give an encrypted response. So, digital certificates are used to verify the identity of the sender in an online business transaction. So, we use it to verify. It's a method used to verify the identity of the sender. I hope you have gotten this concept. Now let's quickly move to the next slide. The methods of increasing security. The methods of increasing security. The first method here is biometrics. We all know that biometrics is a good method of authentication for you to be identified with a particular word, with a particular characteristics of a human being. So biometrics is a method of authentication. It relies on unique characteristics of human being. It could be your fingerprint, it could be your retina or iris recognition, it could be your facial recognition, it could be your voice recognition. So these are the areas that you can be identified. So now, what are the advantages and disadvantages of all these type of biometrics? The first one is fingerprint scan. So the advantage is now very easy to use, very high accuracy, then small storage required for biometrics data. Now let us look at disadvantage of using fingerprint. If the skin is damaged, then it may be difficult for the reader to read and recognize the fingerprint. So this is the major limitation of fingerprint. So when the screen is damaged, when you have problem with your skin, especially maybe your tongue. If your tongue is having problem, as in the face of your tongue is having problem, so the system may find it so difficult to recognize it. Then retina. What are the advantages? Very high accuracy, no way to replicate a user's retina. Yes, no way to replicate what? A user's retina. You cannot duplicate it. Now, what are the disadvantages of using retina? Very intrusive, expensive to set up, takes a while to scan. Now let's move to face recognition. I have just only two advantages here. Non-intrusive method, cheap technology, it's very cheap. It means that it's very easy to set up. Now, what are the disadvantages? I have just only disadvantage here, only one. Physical features can change over time with age. Yes, that is the area of face recognition. You know, as you are growing, your face will be changing. Now, voice recognition. Advantages now. Non-intrusive method, cheap technology, verification is very quick. Yes, because of the voice. Now, what are the disadvantages? Very low accuracy. User's voice could be affected by an illness. For example, if you are having cough, your voice will change. So these are the disadvantage or limitation of using voice recognition. Now let's move to the next slide. We have what is called encryption. It's also a method to increase the level of what? Of security. Encryption is the process of converting information into a form that is meaningless to anyone except holders of a what? Of a key. Yes. That is scrambling of what? Of data into a meaningless format. Before someone can read it, or before someone can understand it, that person must have must have what is called encryption key. So you can see the explanation here. You can see the number from 1 to 26. So it's representing the letter A to letter Z. So they now use hello as an example. So if hello, anybody can understand hello, but it can be encrypted. When they encrypt it, definitely it will change to what? To number. It will change to number. That H represent what? Represent 8 here. If you look at the table now, this representing 8. So E is representing what is it called? 5. Like that. So before someone can understand this encrypted file, now that person must have a encryption key. I hope you are getting this concept. Good. Now let's move to the last one, secure socket layer, that we normally call SSL. So this one has to do with what? How to identify a secured website. Using a secure connection, ensure data is kept safe when sending sensitive information. When sending sensitive what? Information. Secure website encrypt information before sending it to others. Only the computer on the other hand can read and understand the data, because the data has been what? Has been locked. Website which depends on security can have their website reviewed and validated by companies called certificate authorities. So these reviews will ensure the website is secured. Secure. Now, what are the features now? Features of a web page that identify it as using a secure server. You can see it now. That S represent what? Represent security. S will show after hypertext transfer protocol, that is HTTP, in the uniform resource locator, which is URL address. For example, you can see a website here now, https then www.ebay.co.uk. You can see this type of website now is secured because there's element of what? Security socket layer here. Then padlock. Padlock is another method for you to know that a particular website is what? Is secured. You will see a padlock being locked. Padlock will be shown on browser to show users the web page is what? Is secure. Now another one is colon and company logo. Colon and company logo will be shown in the address bar in the color green once it has been validated by the certificate authorities as being secure. So these are the features to be to be used to recognize or to know that a particular website is secured or not. The first one is what? Is the S at the back of what? HTTPS. P. The second one is padlock. It's padlock symbol, padlock key. Then another one is the color and company name that you will see in form of what? In form of green, color, green color. So I hope you have gotten this concept. So we have come to the end of today's lesson. Thank you and God bless you.